Everybody, welcome to GoPro Academy live training for, what's the date? February 27th. Wednesday, February 27th. We're here to help you in your continued journey to success in network marketing. And I'm excited to be able to share some ideas with you today. A bunch of things I want to talk about. I want to talk about kind of recapping where we've been up until this point. I want to talk about what's coming in the month of March. I also want to talk about a way for all of you to essentially have an annual membership in GoPro Academy for free, if you're interested in that. I want to show you exactly how to do that. All the existing members, how you can have essentially, there's a twist to it, but a way for you to have a free membership here inside of GoPro Academy. So I'm excited about all three of those things. And I also got to tell you that coming this Friday is our 10th anniversary month in Network Marketing Pro. So we're going to be kind of going down memory lane on Friday and also announcing a whole bunch of cool things for the kind of our anniversary month. Pretty big deal. 10 years of what we've done inside of Network Marketing Pro and all the events and, GoPro happening during that period of time, the book and Rise of the Entrepreneur and Most Powerful Women and Beyond Leadership and GoPro Academy, which we're just now taking to the next level. The last 10 years have been great, but the next 10 years are going to be spectacular. And it's going to be led by a group of special people like you, people who are committed to your growth, committed to your success, who understand that knowledge is power, who understand that the information that you're going to learn here can transform not only your life and your family's life, but the lives of thousands of people that you're going to touch because of your new skills. So it's exciting. I'm excited. I'm on pins and needles until this Friday. Most of you have received your book by now. There might be a few of you still that don't have it, depending on where you are in the world. If you don't have it yet, just be patient. It's on the way. So as we get started today, I want to recap a bit on the 20 and 30 and say again that whether you've started your 20 and 30 or not, some of you are prepared to do that, and some of you are not yet prepared. You're thinking about it. In either case, this information is going to serve you, okay? Talking about warming up the preparation of building a network marketing business is universal. Talking about warming up your contacts is universal. And if you haven't been through all of the units of this, all of the training elements of this, the first 4 weeks, including the storytelling workshop, just click on the units tab on this page and you'll be able to see the replays of all those very easily. You don't have to scroll through all the different people who posted, okay? So the preparation, warming up of your list, wildly important. The Whisper campaign, at any different aspect of what it is you're about to do. Anytime your company's coming up with something new, anytime there's a new convention, anytime there's a new product, you can use a Whisper campaign in order to be able to get people's interest, give them an entry point when maybe that entry point wasn't obvious to them prior to that Whisper campaign. And then in the launch, all-out massive action is critical to getting altitude in any business. Whether you want to build a $500 monthly income or a $5,000 monthly income or a $50,000 monthly income, that first 30, 60 days is about the same. You understand? Whether it's 50 or 500, you got to give it a burst of energy. You got to go after this. You got to make sure that it happens. And like I say, if you haven't received your book, just be patient. It's coming. I see the comments. It's coming. Relax, relax, relax. Watching from Ghana. Ghana might take a minute for us to get there. Anyway, we'll get it there. So all-out massive action is really, really critical, right? So, and then we talk about follow-up, questions and objections. Whether you've gone through the Mastering Objections course or any of those other courses that will give you follow-up information. The fortune is in the follow-up. You want to start the conversation, keep the conversation going. This week, we're going to talk about how to help a person make a decision, because whether you're in a 20 and 30 or not, the chances of you having somebody in your life that's thinking about it, that's thinking about joining your network marketing business, that's thinking about making a decision to change your life, the chances you have somebody like that is pretty big. Okay? If you don't have somebody thinking about it, that means you're not talking to very many people. Because just from talking to people, you should have a couple, 2, 3 out of 10 that are thinking about it. Might be 1 or 2 out of 10 that make the decision if you're skillful. And think about that. 2 out of 10 is really, really a good number. 2 out of 10 that decide to start a business is a huge number. That number is working in your benefit. You just need to talk to more people. So, before I get into the training, and I'm going to provide this, but I want to talk to you about this thing we're doing for existing GoPro Academy members to help you essentially get your GoPro Academy membership for free for the next year. And here's how it works. We have a couple events over the course of this year to the general public. One's a high-end leadership event. It's called Beyond Leadership. That's the third event. But the third event's Beyond Leadership. It's for people who are very serious about building their network marketing business. It is a 5-day leadership event. It's $5,000 for general admission, $10,000 for VIP. I'm going to keep that separate for a moment. That's for very serious people. If you're interested in that, you can go find that information on the website. That's this August. But we have the Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing, which is coming up, its 5th anniversary coming up in April. And we have the GoPro Recruiting Mastery 10th year anniversary, going to be our biggest, most amazing ever this December. Both of these are in Las Vegas. Now, people have an opportunity to, let me tell you what these, we've got GoPro Recruiting Mastery, which a live ticket to this is, I believe, $700. And a live streaming ticket to this is $300. So if you want to watch it online, it's $300. If you want to attend live, it's $700. Okay? Most Powerful Women event is $600 for a live ticket and $200 for a live streaming ticket. Okay? So people have been asking, is there a way to get a discount to GoPro Academy if they commit to more than just month to month? So we got lots and lots of requests for that. So we asked the team, and when we put this thing together, they scrambled to get it ready for you for today. Okay? So this isn't going out to the world; it's just going to you at the moment. We might offer future people, to the public if they want to come in and just get an annual membership to be able to do that. But here's what we're looking to do. You pay 10 months at $49 per month, and then you get 2 months free. So in other words, here's what we're going to do. This is optional. You don't have to do this. You can continue to do month to month if you want to. You want to do an annual membership. We're going to call this a platinum membership for $4.99. $4.99. You pay 10 months, you get 2 months free. Plus, we will give you either a ticket to GoPro Recruiting Mastery, a live ticket, or a Most Powerful Women ticket, a live. You can have your choice of the 2019 GoPro Recruiting Mastery or the 2019 Most Powerful Women ticket physical ticket, okay? The only thing that you would have to pay for these is, either one of these is a $49 RSVP. We'll get you your course materials for that event, and we'll know you're going to be there, okay? You get a free ticket, $49 to RSVP, lock in your seat, okay? So if you're going to come to either one of these, if you would like to come to either one of these, if you had a ticket, but the value of both of these is more than the value of your annual subscription. So in other words, you could buy a ticket, have a free membership, all right? Or buy a membership and get a free ticket, whichever way you want to look at it. Now, if you can't attend for whatever reason, we will give you the live streaming ticket to both events. If you do this, if you're a platinum member, we'll give you a live streaming ticket to both events, which is $500, same price as this, okay? Or one of these two. Got it? Make sense? So you can either get a free ticket here or free ticket here, $49 RSVP, or you can get a live stream ticket to both if you have an annual platinum membership. So here's the link, and then we'll get into the training. Network Marketing Pro.com/platinum. And we'll have other perks and stuff for platinums as we move forward. But if that makes sense, and here's the deal. For Cindy, thank you for asking that question. Does this count for existing members, been a member for almost a year? If you've been a member for a full year already, we'll give you all these perks anyway. So as soon as you're a member for a year, we'll give you all these perks. You can renew for another year if you want to, get them again. Okay? So we'll give them to you. We'll take care of it. We're not trying to make a better deal for somebody that's just joined than somebody who's been a part of this for a while. So we appreciate the people who are already a part of it, and we're gonna extend these perks to you anyway, so long as you've been a member for 12 months. Okay? Got it? If you're close, then you got to kind of figure that out. If you have questions, here's what I will tell you. We're not trying to trick anybody. We're not trying to, do anything weird. Our heart here is to just give you more value. You commit, work with me for a year, we're going to give you more value. So Jeff is going to love this. Jeff Fenn is the person who is working on this program in our office. His email is jeff@networkmarketingpro.com. jeff@networkmarketingpro.com. If you have any questions about the Platinum membership, if you're an existing member, you want to see how it all works or whatever, any questions about the Platinum membership, ask Jeff, okay? I won't know all the answers to all the questions because I'm not the detail guy. But Jeff is. Jeff will figure all that out, okay? So jeff@networkmarketingpro.com will get you all the answers to this if you want to take advantage of it, or just go here if you want to sign up. And Jeff is going to be busy, Lisa, that's for sure. So if you have any questions, Jeff will handle it. We just want to give you extra benefits for making the commitment to growing your business over the course of this next year. You give me a year, I can help. I really can. I already appreciate the fact that you're not treating this like tourists. You're treating this like serious players who are ready to go and grow a business. So I'm proud of you for that. All right, so let's talk about closing. Let's talk about helping a person make a decision to get involved in network marketing. And here's what this is all about. First part of this is your mindset. How you think about network marketing, how you think about your products, how you think about your company, how you think about yourself is going to have the biggest impact on your growth and on your closing success, on your ratio of people making a decision to get involved. Okay, your mindset. So let me ask you a question. Do you believe in your products? Do you believe that your products will help people? Do you believe that network marketing is a better way for the average person to flex their entrepreneurial muscle? Do you believe in your company? Right? If you do, then you're doing somebody a huge disservice to not help them get involved. By you being insecure about it, if you believe so strongly that this is amazing, that this is awesome, that you have a really solid solution for people, then you need to get more serious about your commitment to that passion, that belief structure. A person who decides not to get involved is going to be at a disadvantage in life. And a person who does decide to get involved is going to have more advantages, more choices, more options, more growth, more potential in this life. So understand, you have a gift. Your belief is critical. Your belief is so important. Some of you, without even realizing it, are apologizing for network marketing. Some of you are apologizing for bothering people. Some of you are apologizing for you getting in the way of whatever it is that they're doing in their life. You apologize for network marketing. You're apologizing for how this works. You're apologizing for the time. You're apologizing all over the place. You need to get serious about your passion, because your passion is more important than most people give it credit for. A lot of you are just really focused on facts. Let me give you some facts. Let me give you some facts about the ingredients in the products. Let me give you some facts about our compensation plan. Let me give you some facts about this and facts about that. Nobody cares about the facts. What they care about, they're looking you in the eye and they're like, does this person really believe what they're saying? Is this person for real? Is this person telling me the truth? Is this person, right? Can I trust this person? Do I believe this person? We're really good at being human lie detectors. We're really good at figuring out if people are telling something that they believe is true. So your mindset's really critical. But once your mindset's done, I'm going to give you a very simple process. You need to have a professional process. A professional process. And what you need to understand with this is it's not just what works for you, it's what can duplicate. Because here's one thing I need you to understand. Most of the training that you're going to do to your existing team is done in the way that you do whatever you do with them. Your process is the training. What you do with people is what they're going to turn around and try to do with their people. So you got to make sure that your processes can duplicate. Your processes can be done by the average person. Your processes are not so fancy that people can't see themselves doing it. People won't start a race they don't think that they can finish. If they don't think they're as sharp as you or as strong as you or as persuasive as you, they won't go. But if you give them a process, they'll take the first step. Okay? So I'm going to give you, and I go through this, and it's in many of the different trainings included in your masterclass library, a 6-step process. Questions are your best friend. Questions are your best friend in closing. Questions are your best friend in helping somebody make a decision. Questions are a tool to be able to really accelerate your growth. Questions. Isn't that weird? Questions. So, when you're done with an exposure, whatever that is, and by now you should have been following up with the people that you're talking to, let's say they watched a video or they tried the product or they sampled this or they got on a three-way phone call or they needed to learn more about the compensation plan, whatever it happens to be, whatever the exposure is, okay? At the end of the exposure, what most people do, what the amateurs do, is they say, well, what did you think? Which is the worst question in the world to ask somebody. What did you think? What did you think? It invites a person to be a critic. That's what amateurs do. They ask what people think. Let me tell you what professionals do. They ask a question that causes the prospect to find something positive about the opportunity and to express it. So how do they do that? I've traveled the world. I've coached millions of people how to build a network marketing business. And in that time, I've come up with one magical question at the end of an exposure. What did you like best? That's the magical question. So I share that with somebody and say, so what did you like best? What did you like best about what I just showed you? What did you like best about the video? What did you like best about the product? What did you like best about talking with my upline? What did you like best about the event? What did you like best about the Zoom call? What did you like best? What does that question do? It forces the prospect to go into their mind and think, I like this. I like the product. I like the opportunity. I like the residual income. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you in this question. The answer doesn't really matter that much, but it does give you clues. In other words, the process is more important than the answer. Asking the question, because guess what most people do? At the end of the thing, well, what'd you think? Because you'd be and they just start closing, selling. Instead of saying, so what'd you like best? And then sit back and let them answer. I like this, I like that, I like this. Well, I'm not sure. Well, and if somebody says, well, I'm not really sure. I don't know. Well, let's just play with me. If you did know what you liked best, what would it be? Just for fun, pick something. What's your favorite thing about what you just saw? Okay, what'd you like best? This question is magical. Wait for the answer, file it away, and then go to question number 2. On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you? 1 being you have 0 interest in building a network marketing business. 10, you're ready to get started right this moment. Where are you? Where do you find yourself right now? And here's what you're going to get a lot of. I'm a 5, I'm a 6, I'm a 7. If they say 7, they're joining. Okay? 6, they're probably joining. 5, you got a little convincing to do. 7 or better, they're joining. They just don't want to seem easy. Okay? They're already excited. They're ready to go. You just got to be skillful in helping them through the process. But here's the deal. Scale of 1 to 10. A clue for you is anything over 1 is good. Even a -2, I could show you how to turn around a -2. It's not a problem. But the answer to this, again, forces the prospect to go into their mind and think about what their temperature is. Don't be afraid of 3s and 4s and 5s and 6s. It's not a problem. You don't need to, if you get a 10, a 10 is unusual. Right? And sometimes a 10 is a little bit scary to me. Yeah, Sonia, I can show you how to deal with a -2, no problem. With this process, -2 is not a problem. But somebody gives me a 10, sometimes it's a little scary because that's the person from my experience that jumps in real fast and jumps out real fast. Somebody who's just like, unless they were just praying about it, I'll give everybody the benefit of the doubt. They're just like, God, please, I need a sign, and then I called, or whatever. You know what I mean? Or they just had some desperate situation and they're open to everything now. That's fine. So what'd you like best? Scale of 1 to 10. Get a number. Now you've got the answers to 2 questions. Okay? Question number 3. part-time income per month. Now let me tell you how I ask this question. I'll pick somebody. Jody Duxbury. Hi, Jody. So I asked Jody, what'd you like best? Oh, I like the products. Oh, cool. On a scale of 1 to 10, where do you find yourself? She says, I'm a 6. Fantastic. So Jody, off the record, just between you and me, if you got started in this business on a part-time basis, how much money would you need to earn per month in order to make this worth your time? I'll say it again, and I'm going to break it down. How much would you need, if you got started in this business on a part-time basis, how much money would you need to earn per month in order to make this worth your time? Okay? They're going to go into their mind, think about what your number would be prior to joining. 4K, Tanya says. Right? So, let me break that question down and let me tell you why it works so well. First part of it, I love using terms like just between you and me, off the record, just for fun, just for giggles, just, screwing around here, let's just play with this. If you were going to get it, now all of those off the record things it takes the pressure off the person, and now we're just kind of exploring. You can even use the word exploring if you want. Let's just explore this. If you did decide to get involved, how much would you need to earn in order to make this worth your time? Now, worth your time is another critical aspect of this question, because every single person you know has a number that would be worth their time. The richest person you know has a number that would be worth their time. The poorest person you know has a number that would be worth their time. The most frustrated person, the most satisfied person, everybody has a number that would be worth their time. Person who already owns 3 businesses, how much would they need to earn from this and deal with the distractions in order for this to be worth their time? And I'm not saying they're going to do it. Off the record, just between you and me. If you did decide to do this, I'm not saying you are, but if you did, how much would you need to earn per month, part-time, in order to make this worth your time? Guess what? I'm seeing a whole bunch of big numbers in the comments. Guess what you're going to get a lot of in real life? 500, 700, 1,000 a month, maybe 2,000. You're going to get a lot of those. Okay? So, but the key is you've asked 3 questions, you got 3 answers. The person says, oh, I don't know. I said, well, just play with me, just for fun. How much? I'm just not sure. I said, well, pick a number, just for fun. Come on, pick a number. Don't ever suggest a number for them. Ask and wait for them to give you the response to the question. Okay? So I'm seeing lots of numbers, 200, 2,000, 3,000, 1,500. Got all these different answers to questions. 10,000, 500, a lot of different questions. Number 4, realistically, how many hours per week could you commit to developing that part-time income? How many hours a week could you commit to developing your $10,000 monthly income? How many hours a week could you commit to developing your $3,000 part-time income? How many hours could you commit to developing a $1,000 monthly income? How many hours? And guess what you're going to get a lot of? 5, 8, 12, 15, 20. If the number is big enough, then it's going to be like, some people give you 20, 30, 40 on top of their job if the number's big enough, if the distraction's worth it. So how many hours a week? They're going to give you the 4th answer to the question. And then the 5th question is how many months? How many months would you be willing to work those 12 hours a week while you are developing your $2,000 monthly part-time income? How many months would you be doing? And guess what you're going to get out of there? 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year. Because you're not going to have this part-time income immediately. You're going to be building a new real business. Okay? So then question number 6. If I would you? Tanya, if I could show you how to create a $2,000 monthly income working 14 hours a week over the course of the next 9 months, would you be prepared to get started? If I could show you how to get this, this, and this, would you be ready to go? And you're either going to get a yes, or they're going to say yes, but, and they've got some additional questions. And this is natural, it's normal, but it's very difficult. Like Tanya already said yes. Very difficult to say no to this question, question number 6. Because guess what I'm giving them? Everything that they said they wanted. If I could show you how to get this, and this, and this, are you ready to go? Pretty easy. Pretty easy. Or they're going to say, yes, but I got to talk to my spouse. Or yes, but I don't have the money. Or whatever the objection is. And we went through that last week. You go through the Mastering Objections course and it'll help. Okay? So these 6, and they're going to take a little bit of practice. I can do them in my sleep. But these 6, if you do this, number 1, and you teach this in your team, number 2, what you'll find is it's natural. At the end, hey, so what'd you like best about the video I just showed you? All right, cool. You like the product. Fantastic. Scale of 1 to 10, where do you find yourself? You're a 5. All right. So it means you need probably to be convinced of some stuff. I get it. No problem. Me too. I was the same. So let me ask you a couple questions. Between you and me, off the record, if you decided to do something with this business, you decided to start a business, work with me, and create something, how much would you need to earn realistically per month, if you're doing it part-time, in order to be able to make this worth your time? $900 a month. Fantastic. Realistically, how many hours a week do you think you could commit to developing a $900 monthly income? I'd commit, 10, 12 hours. Fantastic. How many months would you be willing to work 10, 12 hours a week to develop a $900 consistent income? 6 months. Fantastic. So let me ask you a question. If I could show you how to develop a $900 monthly income working 10 to 12 hours a week over the course of the next 6 months, would you be prepared to get started? You'd be ready to go. They're going to say yes, or they're going to say yes, but. I've got some other questions. Okay? When you ask these 6 questions, you are in a position of authority. You're in a position of acting like a consultant. You're there to try to connect them to another, to the company, to a structure that will give them a better chance, to give them a better future, right? Instead of begging, instead of assuming. Some of you are assuming and saying, well, would you like to make $500 a month? Would you like to make $5,000 a month? Don't assume. You don't know what people want, what they're looking for. Ask instead. Okay? This is what professionals do. If you do this and teach this, you're going to win. What'd you like best? Scale of 1 to 10, part-time income per month, hours per week, how many months, if I would you. Now, if I run into somebody who's wildly negative, okay, is just super sour about this, I can still use this, and I can still close them. Not to trick them, but I'll give you an example. I show it to somebody, and through the whole presentation, they're just a sour face. Through the whole video, I'm showing a video, they're just like, you're like in a bad mood, something happened, right? Now I go to them and I say, so what'd you like best about the video I just showed you? Even though it looks obviously that they don't like anything. I ask them anyway, what'd you like best? I don't like anything. I think this is the biggest scam in the world. I think the products are bullshit. Really? Wow. So on a scale of 1 to 10, let me just confirm this. 1, you have 0 interest. 10, you're ready to get started right this second. Where are you on this scale? I'm a -10. This is the worst. I hate it. I hate everything about it. I mean, just for fun, off the record, between you and me, and I know you're not interested. But if you did, for some crazy reason, decide to join this business, do something with me. If you did, I'm not saying you're going to, I know you don't want to, but if you did, how much money would you need to earn in order to make this worth your time? And they're like, there's no amount of money. I said, well, come on, for real. How much would you need to earn in order to make this worth your time? I'm not saying you're going to do it, just hypothetically. $4,000 a month. All right, fine. Approximately, realistically, how many hours a week could you commit to developing a $4,000 monthly income with this business? I'm not interested in doing it. Fine. But if you did, how many hours a week could you put into developing a $4,000 monthly income? 10 hours a week. And how many months would you be willing to commit to working 10 hours a week to develop a $4,000 monthly income? Almost $1,000 a week, real money. How many months would you be willing to do that? 9 months. So let me ask you a question. I know you're a -10. I get it. And there's got to be more to that story. And I can't wait to hear what the more to that story is. But if I could show you how to develop a $4,000 monthly income, working 10 hours a week over the course of the next 9 months, would you at least be willing to take the next step? Would you at least be willing to explore this a little bit further? And I can't wait to find out why you're a -10, because you have to have some history in network marketing for you to be a -10. But if I could show you how to do that, would you at least be willing to explore it with me? Take the next step? It's very difficult for them to say, no, not willing to do it. So how do you show them, Amanda says? You should be able to, in your compensation plan, be able to pull out your compensation plan and have a rough idea of what rank creates what general income. A qualified person at a particular rank generates a particular an income based upon the volume created at that rank. So if somebody wants to make $500 a month, they might be able to make that just retailing the product or service, or get to a very low rank within the structure and be able to develop that. You should be able to whip out a piece of paper and sketch out the structure necessary to create a $500 monthly income, or $1,000 or $2,000 or $10,000. Even if you're not making it, you making it is not actually a requirement. You can show somebody how somebody else has done it, or if they want something that hasn't been done maybe in your company, something outrageous, something super fast, you can say, well, nobody's done that yet, but you could be the first. Let me show you what you would need to do in order to be able to achieve that type of a result. Okay? So let me show it to you. Pull out a piece of paper and show them how to get to that rank that would create that income. Show them how to build, what the structure would need to look like in order for that income to be where it needs to be. Okay? So it's really getting your mindset right and having a process. And the questions here, what I want you to do is practice. Practice this process with somebody on your team, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Practice this process. Is there any training on retailing the product? This is pretty much the same. What do you like about the product? Scale to 1 to 10, what do you think about the product? You're going to be going there through that and then helping them come up with the decision. You're not going to be asking these types of questions about the opportunity, you're going to be asking questions, if you got this type of a result, would that be something that would cause you to move forward? If you could enjoy these types of results? You see what I'm saying? Same basic understanding, but product decisions are so much easier. You're either going to sample the product so they can try it, or you're going to tell them stories about the product. And then you're going to ask them if they would like to enjoy the benefits and try the product. That's all you really want to do when you're retailing, is get somebody to try something. If they like it, they'll continue. And if they don't like it, they won't continue. So I'm looking at some of the questions. So, yeah, does that help? All right, good. So this basic thing, I want to keep it focused right now on opportunity. Well, we could talk about customers, but customers is kind of a much easier decision process than starting a business. But these questions took all the stress out of network marketing for me. I was so stressed out at the end of a presentation, I didn't know what to say. At the end of the presentation, I finally knew what to say, and I was in control. I had a posture of strength. I was there to help. I'm acting like a consultant, and I'm not being needy. And I can, whether somebody is positive or negative, if somebody's minus 10, would you ask what the experience was? Sure. That's part of the objections. Where did that come from? You have some psychic damage from some previous network marketing experience. Why is it a negative 10? Is it the product or service doesn't match your religion, or what is it? What is the deal? So these questions will get you there. Objections, most of the time. Sometimes when you get here, if I would you'll get another objection. And then what are we doing? We're going from exposure to exposure to exposure. If they don't say yes here, we schedule the next exposure. And then at the end of that, then what do? We go through these again. If they don't say yes, we schedule the next exposure. We walk through, we schedule the next exposure until they finally say, no, here's the credit card, let's go. I'm done messing around, right? The other thing I would tell you with closing is to be a little bit assumptive, assuming that they want the gift that you have, assuming that they're ready to change their lives. The other thing, what I used all the time? Here's what I would say. I would say, look, if you're going to do that, I understand you're doing your due diligence. I understand that you're doing your homework. I understand you're trying to figure this out and you're trying to get it all mapped out. But if you feel like you're probably going to do this anyway, why don't you just do it now? Save yourself the time. If you're probably going to do this after your homework anyway, you can feel it in your gut, you're going to do it anyway, let's go. Let's do it. Let's get things moving, because it's going to be a better story. One story is it took you 4 weeks to examine this and you finally decided to say yes. Or you took a look at this and you said, you know what, I want to change my life. And you decided to say yes. Which one of those stories is going to serve you more in building your network marketing business? I promise you, it's the one that says, I took action. I acted before I was completely ready. And it was the best decision I ever made. So, you understand the posture here? If somebody says no to when you go, if I could show you, would you? If they say no, I would ask why. Because they just told me a part-time income. They just told me how many hours. They just told me how many months. And I say, if I could show you how to get that, would you be ready to go? And they say no. It's very rare. They'll usually say yes, but, and then they'll give you the next objection. And that'll tell you where their mental programming is. That'll tell you where their fears lie. That'll tell you all different kinds of things. But then what are you going to do? Schedule the next exposure. What can I do to help you with that? Right? Now, not everybody's going to join. It's okay. Not everybody's going to get involved. I mean, really good people get 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10. I mean, world class, best in the world, they got so much social proof, they might get 5 or 6 out of 10. Average through an organization is 1 or 2 out of 10. That means 8 or 9 are going to say, no, this isn't for me, or now, not now, or whatever. And that's okay. It's all right. You can make a fortune in 1 or 2 out of 10. An absolute fortune. Build an organization of hundreds of thousands of people with 1 or 2 out of 10 saying yes. So you got to go through the numbers, but you got to be skillful as you go through these exposures. Now, if you haven't done this right, that's fine. Up until now, forgive yourself and let's move forward. Now, if somebody gives you unrealistic numbers, I'm seeing some of the questions. Somebody says, I want $10,000 a month working 1 hour a week over the course of the next 2 months. You're like, how much are you making now? Really? Just between you and me. I'm making $4,000 a month full time. And you want to make $10,000 a month working 1 hour? One of these numbers has got to change. Somebody gets crazy unrealistic. I'm not telling you you can't do it, but I'm telling you that based upon experience, you either have to change this part-time income number, you got to increase the hours, or you got to increase the total of months in order to be able for that to be reasonable. Okay? So, and I would kind of compare that to whatever it is that they're doing, because sometimes you play these games. Like I asked you guys the question on this, how much part-time income per month? You guys are giving me crazy numbers. 5,000, 3,000, 8,000, 10,000. Come on. That's a bunch of nonsense and you know it. I mean, that's what you want now that you've been in. I'm talking about when you're a prospect taking a look for the first time. Those numbers were not what you were thinking. You're thinking a little bit extra money. You're thinking a big, hey, if I can develop a little part-time income. Even if it's short term, you weren't thinking about wealth in the short term, truly. Real life, what you're going to get here, anywhere from 500 to 5,000, very rarely more than that. Mostly towards 500 to a 2,000 range. You're going to get a lot of 10 to 15 hours a week, 7 to 15 maybe. You're going to get a lot of 6 to 9 months here. And then you're going to get a lot of yeses when you go to if I, would you. So, you know what I mean? That's the truth. And some of you putting out these lower numbers, that's the reality of the people you're dealing with. You know what they're dealing with? Here's what's going on in the world. And all of you need to understand this. People are desperately behind because the system is keeping them broke. People are getting paid just enough to keep them from quitting. People are scrambling to pay the bills. They're behind in their credit cards. They're behind in their student loans. For some people that you're talking to, just the ability to use the income to get out of credit card debt would be the biggest stress reliever in their life. Just the ability to get out from under student loans would be a huge, huge break. The ability to make an extra $500 a month and treat their family to something nice because they haven't been able to treat them to anything nice recently. That's the real truth of what's going on in the world. And I will tell you one more thing that you need to think about. See Game of Thrones, they talk about winter. In the world economy right now, winter is coming. Make no mistake about it. Winter is coming. We've had 10 years of economic growth, 10 years of global prosperity for the wealthy, 10 years. Now, in that period of time, middle-class income, at least in the United States, has not grown. Middle-class income has stayed relatively the same. Debt has increased dramatically. And when the economy takes a turn, and it will, people need to be prepared. They need to have some income that's economy-proof. Network marketing income is economy-proof. You can grow a network marketing business in good times and bad times, sometimes better in bad times, because people are desperately looking for some additional cash flow. And there's no better entry point to entrepreneurship than network marketing. No more support than network marketing. We've got to have the gift. People need to build the nest egg now. They need to build a financial wall around their family now. They need to create a situation where they're prepared before winter comes and they're not left out in the cold. The next big hit, do you remember 2008, 2009, 2010? Do you remember? How many people were losing their houses? Do you remember how many people were filing bankruptcy? Do you remember how many people were losing their cars? It's going to happen again. For those who prepare and take their head out of the sand, they're going to win. So this is part of the posture, you know what I mean? You got the gift. Your passion, your belief is critical. Somebody gets around me, guess what? They're going to start thinking bigger. Somebody gets around me, guess what? They're going to start exploring their opportunities. They're not going to be just sitting there. They're going to be thinking different. You need to have the ability to help somebody else think different. Okay? That's what this training is all about. That's what this GoPro Academy community is all about. Let me tell you, I am so proud of the people who are engaging in the GoPro Academy page and are coaching each other. You realize how good you're getting? How good a practice it is? Some of the best practice you can do for leadership development is for you to jump into the GoPro Academy page and for you to coach your fellow GoPro Academy members. It's really easy to see it in somebody else. Easier to see it in somebody else than see it in yourself. But coach them through their circumstances. You're going to realize you're going to get pretty good at being a coach pretty fast, because these same issues are going to show up in your organization month after month, year after year. You becoming a great leader and great coach starts here within this environment. So I hope this is helpful for you. This next month, I got to tell you, this next month, I'm bringing you some social media training. I'm bringing in some of my friends. I'm going to be doing a combination of case studies, things that are working. People are recruiting hundreds and hundreds of people using social media personally, and expert advice from myself and some of my friends for how to use social media to expand your reach, expand your brand, build your business, train your team, communicate with everybody. Use the platforms to expand your business exponentially around the world. Okay? So we got one more week of this. And then the week after this is when we start the social media series. It's going to be awesome. So that's the recap. That's the training. And for those of you who may be logged in late, I'll recap. If you want to get an annual membership, what we're calling a platinum membership to GoPro Academy, here's how it works. If you pay 10 months up front at $49 a month, we give you 2 months free. So it's $499 for an annual membership. You get 2 months free. And those who do that, we will give you either a free ticket to the GoPro Academy, GoPro Recruiting Mastery event this December, which is a $700 value. We'll give you that ticket. We only ask you pay a $49 RSVP fee, and we'll give you course materials for that $49. We know you're going to be in the room. Or we'll give you a Most Powerful Women ticket, which is coming up in April. Same $49 RSVP for either one of these. So pay $499, we'll give you $600 worth of value. Pay $499, we'll give you $700 worth of value. Or we'll give you a live streaming ticket to both of these events, $300 and $200 for $499. So you'll essentially, you get the live stream for these two events. You'll get GoPro Academy for a year for free, for 12 months for free. Or you pay $499 for GoPro Academy, you get these two for free. Either way you want to look at it. So make it kind of a zero deal for you. Make it an easy decision for you. So here's what I would suggest that you do. If you have questions about this, you're going to email Jeff at networkmarketingpro.com. Jeff at networkmarketingpro.com. If you're an existing member, you've got questions, how's this work, what's the transition, what's going to happen with this, Jeff at networkmarketingpro.com. He will guide you through the process. Or just go to networkmarketingpro.com/platinum, and you can upgrade to an annual, which will pay for the next 12 months and will get you these perks. Okay? I hope you do that. Does the workbook come with the live streaming also? We give you an electronic version of the workbook, Kayleen, just not the physical ones. Can you upgrade annually? Yes. Whether you can afford it or not. If you want to just stay with the monthly, that's fine. And we'll help you make more money so you can do this. You can decide to do this moving forward. It doesn't have to be now, but those who decide to do it now, you're going to get these benefits now. And we're going to be doing some extra fun things with the Platinum Group. So I hope you make that decision. Go to this link as soon as we get off of here, or email Jeff@networkmarketingpro.com, and he will assist you. Okay? He'll help you get through the questions and help you work on all of that stuff. So I'll go back and look through. I just want to be respectful of your time. I'll go back and look through the questions, and we'll answer as many of the questions that you put in these comments as possible. Whether you're watching live or replay, come back and check this out. Zach says, can I just pay you to come and teach me every day in person? Kinda. But this is kind of in person, right, Zach? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I can't come over to the UK like right this second. But the cool thing about technology, we're connected. We're buddies, right? We're friends. So I want more success coming out of this GoPro Academy than any group in the history of network marketing. More wealth, more freedom, more independence than anywhere. Okay? So I'm excited that you're a part of it. And I'll see you next week. It's going to be amazing. All right? Love you all. Mwah.